Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fragrance review of the fragrance from Etat Libre d'Orange, and it's You or Someone Like You. I'm really excited to review this for you guys. It's been one I've been wanting to get my hands on, and I was very generously given a bottle of this by Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. We kind of did like a trade. He gave me this, I gave him a whole bunch of scotch. It worked out pretty well for both of us, but I did kind of want to review it for you. I've been wearing it for a bit, and I'm ready to let you guys know what I think, so let's go. Fragrance has been out for a little bit, so I'm not going to get too much into the marketing for this fragrance. I am going to get into the notes, the longevity, and I am going to compare it to two other fragrances. Now, You or Someone Like You is very much a springtime scent, very much a summertime scent. It has its green notes, it's got lime, grapefruit, rose, white musks, and some anise, and there are some other spices and herbs, it feels like. The longevity of this fragrance is really nice. I get about 4 to 6 hours if I overspray, and I like to overspray fragrances like this. If you do a regular application, 2 to 4 spritzes, you're probably going to get around 3 to 4 hours. The projection of this is pretty moderate as well. I'd say not quite arm's length. So this would be an appropriate fragrance for a professional setting because it's not crazy loud, and its scent cloud isn't something that's crazy strong either. It's really nice and very pleasant. Because this has mint, because this has rose, and because this has those beautiful citrus notes, this is also one of those fragrances that's really easy to understand. So this is a great grab-and-go fragrance, especially in heat and humidity, or if you're going someplace and you're unsure of people in that environment are going to like perfume, but you still want to smell fresh and nice. So if you're going to an interview, if you're meeting someone's parents for the first time, if you're, a date, like a daytime date, or you're meeting with friends and, there's going to be a whole group of you and you're not quite sure what to wear, I feel like this is one of those grab-and-go fragrances that is really, really nice. I wanted to get into how the fragrance smells by comparing it to two other fragrances, so I just wanted to get the longevity out of the way and get the projection out of the way. And it kind of sounds like I'm describing this fragrance as a very casual fragrance. This is a very casual fragrance. I do feel like this fragrance works really well in heat and in casual situations. I know some people don't consider interviews casual situations, but if you want to smell fresh and nice and you're unsure if the person giving your interview doesn't like fragrances, I feel this is a very safe fragrance to wear because it is very easy to understand. It's more mainstream, not nearly as conceptual as some of the other fragrances from Etat Libre d'Orange. So that being said, very safe, daytime, beautiful, sparkly fragrance. This does remind me a lot of two other fragrances, and I'm going to be comparing this specifically against those two in regards to price and in regards to quality and performance. This is from Lucky Scent. You can get it in its 3 sizes. 30 ml is going to be $42, 50 ml is going to be $90, and 100 ml is going to be $149. So the price of this is pretty on point with the more mainstream niche fragrances. I'm not considering Amouage or Raja or Georgia if you're kind of looking more at like Atelier Cologne, and again Etat Libre d'Orange and Histories de Parfum. And the prices to me are also very same prices as designer fragrances. Like if you're going to get a bottle of Chanel, if you're going to get a bottle of Dior, Tory Burch, a lot of those designer fragrances. This is marketed and priced according to, not marketed, but priced very similarly to designer fragrances. Now, the fragrances that these remind me of, and if you smell this, you probably will know immediately which ones I'm talking about. But the two I'm talking about are Aqua Celestia from Maison Francis Kurkdjian and Herba Fresca, which is part of Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria collection. Now, Herba Fresca you can find on the discount sites for like $20–30 a bottle, but full price I believe it's just around $100, give or take a few bucks. And for 50 ml of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, you're looking at spending around $200. So this is priced pretty much around those categories. Obviously, Maison Francis Kurkdjian is more expensive, and the I think if you were to get 100 ml, I think it's $375. I could be wrong. And again, Herba Fresca on the gray market you get for 20-30 bucks, and definitely worth checking out. So this is priced according to those, pretty much in the same category of designer and niche fragrances. So I do want to compare this to those two and let you guys know, if you have those, would you want to pick this up? And also tell you how it develops on the skin. A lot of similarities between these three. Specifically, this reminds me a little bit more of Herba Fresca than Aqua Celestia. Aqua Celestia to me smells a little bit more specifically fresh squeezed lime, and this is more of like a juicy sweet citrus, even though it does have the grapefruit in there. It does come off a little bit more sweet. But the thing that I like about this fragrance is the fact that there's something about it on your skin that is really refreshing. It's really bright, it's really crisp, and it's really kind of somewhat playful. There's this like little sparkly element in the background, and I'm just gonna assume that it's going to be the white musk paired with the grapefruit that works really well with the mint. Now this does have a rose in it, and that's one of the big differences between the other three. That gives this a softness and a tiny bit of a powderiness. Little tiny bit of powderiness in the background, just the tiniest bit. It's really not noticeable unless you look for it, but what that does with that crispness and this little bit of sweetness and the juiciness, and then you've got the spices and the herbs in there that kind of give us an aromatic feel, and then obviously the mint, it kind of balances everything out and doesn't let one type of this fragrance run away with the other. So that little bit of powderiness and a little bit of sweet rose and floral notes counteracts that crazy crispness and brightness of, again, the musk and the grapefruit and the lime. And I really like how the herbs kind of give it something to hang on to. Even though it's more of the top notes and not so much of the base notes, they really round everything out. So this does remind me very much of Herba Fresca or Aqua Celestia, but I do think that it is a different fragrance. If you were to put each of these on strips and number them like 1 to 3, and you were to blind sniff them, there would be a different smell with each of those fragrances. So I would say if you are looking for one fragrance out of those 3, sample them and see which one you like more. I think they're all tremendous fragrances. But if you have 1 or 2 of those already, or you already have a few other mint fragrances, the added note of rose and the herbs in this kind of give it a nice balance and make it really unique while still being very wearable and easy to understand. And I do like saying very wearable and easy to understand in regards to Etat Libre d'Orange, because they are the ones that brought you Secretions Magnifiques. So this is way, way more wearable than Secretions. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Beautiful fragrance, very crisp, very bright, very fresh. There's a little bit of sweetness, a little tiny, itty bitty, minuscule amount of powderiness in the background. And the spices and the herbs in this really kind of elevate it and make it something really special. But do understand the longevity, although it's really nice, about 4 to 6 hours. As for an oversprayer, you're looking at about 3 to 4 hours maybe on your skin if you're not an oversprayer, or if your skin's a sponge, maybe about 2 hours. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, guys, if you like my fragrance videos or videos like this, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe, because it's free and I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends as well. So I always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time.